I think I finally have this mic thing figured out. Let's see if this works.
Welcome to the Proven Principles podcast by Knowing Hospitality, the show that deconstructs and demystifies the inner workings of the hotel industry. Here's your host, Adam Knight.
Welcome to the very first Proven Principles podcast episode. In fact, this is so new, I hesitate to even call it the first episode because there's not a lot of content here, to be honest with you, at least today. We're going to be talking about the origin story, a little bit about the podcast, what you could expect from it as it develops, as we develop and kind of get comfortable in this new medium here. So my name is Adam Knight. I'm the owner and founder of Proven Principles, which is a hospitality operations consulting firm based up in Seattle, Washington, in the Great Pacific Northwest. And this podcast came about as a way to take what we do on a daily basis with clients and distill down some of the more complex, some of the more nuanced aspects of running a hotel or a restaurant. So the overarching goal of this podcast, what you can expect from the Proven Principles podcast on a weekly basis, is for us to deconstruct the best practices of luxury hotels to help you improve your business operation. So sounds nice. This is our aim, and I hope that you get a ton of value out of this show and what it is that we're trying to do, what we're trying to put out there. So a little bit about me. As I mentioned at the top, I'm the owner of a hospitality consulting firm called Proven Principles. I've also been in luxury hotel operations for the better part of 25 years. I started in the Canadian Rockies washing pots, working the 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. shift many years ago. And just my career went from there. I spent some time in the front office. I eventually went to hotel management school, came back after school, started working on the private floor, the concierge floor of a luxury hotel up in Calgary, Alberta, and then had an opportunity to take my first international posting in Bermuda at a city center resort on the island. And things really, at that point, started to take off. I found my way to the U.S. Back in 2003, and I had an opportunity to live and work all over the country, whether it was San Francisco, Seattle for one time, now a second time, Orange County a couple of times, and down in Southern California. Had an opportunity to open a hotel in Pittsburgh, spent some time in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., went back to the islands in Barbados, came back out west, and eventually found my way back to Seattle, where Proven Principles is based and where I now live. So like I mentioned at the top, this show is about deconstructing and demystifying the best practices of the luxury hotel industry. Now, if you've ever stayed at a luxury hotel, a luxury property, a resort, what have you, you may get the sense that things run just a little bit smoother. They run just a little bit better. They're a little more well-prepared than your average operation. Even if you're drawing parallels to your own business, you may just have some trouble getting something off the ground that when you walk into a luxury property, they just seem to get. Now, that doesn't happen by accident. These properties, some of these best-run resorts, best-run hotels, they have really well-practiced, well-rehearsed tips, tools, and tricks that they use that makes their job a little bit easier. It allows them to deliver at a high level consistently. They can make sure that their guests are taken care of, that their teams are taken care of, and that they are achieving some of the best metrics around, some of the best metrics in the industry. So our aim is to demystify those tips and tools and make them available to you where you can bring them into your business, bring them into your operation, and try to get some traction on that next project, maybe improve guest service scores, maybe make sure your team is better taken care of. Whatever your aim is, we're going to try to make that available. So with that, I'm going to wrap up this very first Proven Principles podcast episode 0, our origin story, I really appreciate you taking some time to listen today. I know you have a lot of demands on your time, so it really means a lot that you took a few moments to hear what it is that we have to say. If you want to learn more about Proven Principles, just head over to our website, theprovenprinciples.com. You can find show notes. You can find more about what we do as an organization. You can find all of our social media platforms. Everything lives on the website. So with that, everybody, thanks again, and I look forward to talking to you again real soon. See you.
Thanks for listening to the Proven Principles Podcast with Adam Knight. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss a show. The podcast is brought to you by Knowing Hospitality, a full-service hotel management company that puts your performance first by rethinking the management model. Visit knowinghospitality.com to learn more. Until next time.